Day 63. Today we're going to go over a few ways to kill weeds. So, as much as I do not like to admit, this is my favorite way to kill weeds. I think this stuff works really good, and the spectricide, usually you can kill the weeds in an area and then wait a few days and then replant with something else and it will grow just fine. I actually sprayed all of this yesterday and it's already pretty well dead. I just mix it in this sprayer back here. I've got several bottles. I'm going to hide this back behind my planter so that it's kind of here whenever I need it, but you can't really see it. So, like I said, I wish that I didn't resort to weed killer, but here it is, the evidence. A couple of other ways that I do try to avoid the weed killer, and like I said, the weeds just had gotten so far out of control that I wasn't able to do the methods that I would prefer, and that is to pull the weeds, I like that best usually. And then I can also smother them sometimes with, this is what I did here. Actually, I started this. I was going to just do this method and not resort to the weed killing spray, but it was growing faster than I could get it all killed. So, but I am going to use my tarp to try to smother these out. It might not work as well over here just because it's shady. I might have to leave it longer, but I don't want to spray weed killer around my roses, and the grass over here has just gotten completely out of hand, and I probably will have to take a hoe and just chop some of these weeds. So I've laid my tarp down, and here in a few days I will come back and the tarp will more than likely have smothered the grass that's underneath of it. And so I'm hoping that that's what happens. We'll have to check in and see. You can see that there's still a lot of dampness from where it rained. Those are the three main ways to take care of weeds in your garden. I wish that I had stayed on top of pulling the weeds, and of course we went on a trip for our anniversary, and so we were gone for a little while, and so the weeds that I hadn't pulled in a while just really took advantage of the fact that I wasn't out there trying to maintain the space that I had already designated for flowers and not grass. So I'm hoping to maybe not have to resort to the weed killers in the future. And, another option would be, like I've mentioned before, the barrier cloths. I just never have good luck with those. They last for a little while, maybe a year or two, and then I'm right back to pulling weeds, and the dirt just blows in on top of whatever ground cover. And so you have to just stay on top of the weeds one way or the other, either by spraying, which, like I said, you wouldn't want to do that really close to any of your plants because the wind is going to carry that spray, over in either direction, and it's not going to stay exactly where you're aiming for it to stay, and you will damage your plants if you spray weed killer anywhere close by. The other the pulling of weeds and the trying to smother them out are really the best two options. I hope this was helpful, and I'm hoping to pull the weeds that are closer to my flowers in the next couple of days. I did do a video yesterday of that, and so we're just going to have to keep working and working, but it is 100 degrees here now, and it's entirely too hot to be outside for very long. And I've got such a large flower bed that it takes hours of pulling weeds to keep this all maintained. So thank you so much for watching. Forgive me for my not very earth-friendly methods of killing my weeds that had gotten out of control, and we will talk again tomorrow.